Okay, so we are here with Wes and Laura. How are you guys doing today?
We're as fine as God can let us be.
So how long have you guys been together?
We've been together probably about 7.5 years that we've been on the streets.
So you've been on the streets the whole 7 years?
Yeah.
What's that been like for you guys?
I mean, it's the struggle is real. I mean, we've been fighting as hard as we could to get off the streets, but it's not easy. I mean, right now we're staying in a tent, and we managed to stay warm every night.
Us and our dog.
And it's not as easy as everybody think it is, and it's not a show. You know what I mean?
So having each other's made it easier for you though, right?
It gives you a bond like no other. Like I could see, like just regular wife and a husband, they have a bond, meeting from the time that they're dating until marriage. But us, we have a bond like no other. I mean, to survive in the streets and live in the woods and do the things that we do, we have to trust each other more than other people. Nobody trusts me, me, not like her.
Right. So Laura, is it a lot easier having Wes with you?
I would probably be a lot worse off if I went with Wes. I would say that he's been my backbone for 7 years.
So with having Wes around, it keeps men from trying to attack you, or do you still get attacks out here from?
I've never been physically attacked, no. They still try and pursue until they find out I'm married, but then they just leave me alone.
The difference between us is she doesn't prostitute and I don't break the law. I try not to. I'm trying to keep it in a situation where I can still be a productive citizen, try to get a job and stuff like that to get up off the streets. And I'm proud of my wife for not stepping out and prostituting for our needs, because I don't think, in our reality, is the best thing in our situation, because it could drag us somewhere that we don't want to be. We've been out here a long time, and we've seen a lot of couples go from tight to
destroyed.
Yes, it's horrible, and we're trying to, at least survive that. And if we do survive that, then it's time that we gotta struggle harder and pick ourselves up. I mean, we in programs right now, and it's awesome to be able to wake up every morning and not feel the way we used to feel,
So you have support out here. Do you guys have your mom and dad and family members?
I have family. Her family's there. So, I mean, I have support. I can't go live with my mother. I just have my little brother and my mom. She supports me, especially since I've got into a program. I actually do. I have 9 brothers and a baby sister. And a lot of them are struggling just like I am. And some of them are in jail. So I'm trying not to make those decisions as well.
So with work, how's that been going? Have you been able to get a job and consistent?
I got a job offer just the other day, and only because I was flying, which is holding a sign on the freeway, and a guy's tire fell off, and I ran and grabbed the tire, and then I went back to flying. Well, when I got done, the next day he pulled up and told me he would give me a job. And that was awesome, because a lot of people don't want to give me a job because they want to know if I can wash my clothes, if I can make it there on time, if I even have a way to tell what time it is to get to work, which is very good points. I mean, if you're living outside, how you going to charge your phone? How you going to pay for a phone bill? All these things. And I do understand where people come from about being sketchy about hiring homeless people and things like that. But you got to start from somewhere.
So are you guys both from Columbus?
Yeah, I'm from Columbus. Well, I've been living here all my life except for that 8 years I lived in Georgia.
You lived in Georgia. How was that? Was you homeless then?
No, I was married before. She died from cancer.
Oh, your wife did?
Yeah, my first wife.
Sorry to hear that. And then you moved back home?
Actually, she died when I moved back home. That's when I started my struggle with drugs. In Georgia, I had to struggle with Percocet and oxycodone addiction. And I had a very good job. I was a permanent member of society, and I got hurt, and I think it was my appendix that bust and caused my blood to be septic, and I got on pain pills, and then that's when the struggle started. That's when I realized that I couldn't make it out there.
So when did you meet Laura?
I met Laura a year after my wife died. I met Laura when I got into my program. I was in Maryhaven, and I met Laura at the bus stop. And she was just this pretty young lady, and it had been a long time since I talked to anyone. You know, I missed my daughter, I missed my wife, and I just wanted to talk to somebody. She wouldn't talk to me.
So how old's your daughter today,
She's
Wes?
20.
Do you have contact with her?
Yeah, I do have contact with her. I don't talk to her as much as I would like to, but my daughter, she lost oxygen to her brain. We never thought she'd graduate, and she did. She graduated, and she's in college right now. She's going to be a vet tech.
Congratulations, man.
You know, I'm glad she's not like me.
That keeps you going, huh? Having that.
Yeah, it does. Right now we're struggling, we're fighting so we can see her kids.
So what's a normal day for you guys out here? What is the routine that you do?
We go to our program in the morning, like we are here, and after our program, we go home and we set our run for that day. We go hustle. We either fly, wash cars, work at the gas station, change trash. There's things we need to do to survive on the streets, to get our food, to charge our phones, things like that. And then our day normally ends around like 5 p.m.
So when you fly, what's the normal day look for like you with the money wise?
Man, it used to be different. I used to be able to, look, I'm gonna be real. When I was on drugs, I used to be able to fly and make $100 a day. We barely sketch past 25 now.
It's been because of COVID too, right? That's what a lot of people.
COVID was great for us.
COVID was great. People helped during COVID. We never thought it would happen. We thought we was gonna die out there. But it did not work like that. It's because of the epidemic in drugs. And
it's getting so bad that people just don't care anymore.
Yeah, but regardless if they care or not, it is my job to get up here and do something.
We all have a choice out here too.
Yes,
so, you know, if we choose, but I understand.
I say, hey, I don't want to give nobody $10 for them to die, and I understand.
You're enabling that person.
Yeah. You
right.
give somebody $10 and they die. What kind of thing is that going to hold?
Right, and you don't know you're doing it. You think, hey, he might go get some food, and then he goes and gets that one that does it.
Yeah.
What side of town are you guys from?
We're on the west side. We're close to Hilliard.
So you grew up out here out west as well?
No.
I'm from the north side.
Yeah, I'm from the north side too. Laura, what about you? Where are you from?
From Broughton James.
Broughton James. So I'm gonna throw this on YouTube. You guys are okay with that too?
Yeah, man, we have no problem with that. I mean, it's out here. I mean, people see us every day. I ain't got no shame.
No, I'm glad to talk to you guys, and I'm glad you guys gave me your time. Is there anything else that I should know, and maybe you can that would help somebody who watching this, maybe going through the same struggle as you guys?
That it's possible. Don't give up.
That is real.
We do it. It is real.
And that it can happen to them too, as well, huh?
Because I've been all the way up there, and in no time, in less than 8 months, I lost everything. So it is real, but you can survive it. We've been through 7 winters.
Out in the cold.
It's freezing. I remember them days.
Yeah.
I remember, and it really messes with your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can make people lose their mind.
But having each other through them all,
it's a little bit easier.
Has made
I would say 100% easier.
Do you think without your daughter, if you didn't have your daughter and have Laura, do you think you'd still be standing here?
No, I know I wouldn't be.
How old are you, Wes?
I'm 37.
What about you, Laura? How old are you?
32.
32.
If I didn't have him, I know I wouldn't be, because I've done lost everything. I lost my kids to abuse. I've lost everything. I don't have any family. So without him, I know I wouldn't be here.
So is this what this is from? Like childhood was bad with abusive parents, or any?
No, it came from my first relationship. My baby dad abused me for 6 years.
So 2 totally different lives. How was your childhood, Wes?
I had a terrible childhood, but I had a great mother, not my original mother, but the woman who took me in. She raised me, and she put me with her kids, and I had a good life. It was just, I couldn't handle the death of my wife. And so it's 2 totally different lives, but she was abused like I was abused as a child, so I understood her struggle.
Do you guys ever plan on getting off the streets?
We're trying now.
Definitely. We're on housing lists and everything.
How long have you been on that list?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. There's so many homeless people
that they just don't have room for. I know they will help. Well, man, it was really good you guys giving me your time, man. I'm glad I got to meet you guys. Thank you, Laura, and thank you, Wes, man. And I'm sure your story will help somebody to let them know that, hey, this can happen to you, and it will happen if you decide to use drugs, right? So I wish you guys the best, and stay warm through this winter, man, and thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.